This is Lisa Marie. How are you all? I hope you're fine. So I'm out here in these traveling streets for real, and I got a lot that I love to talk about today. So first of all, if you are new to my channel, I really want to say welcome. I don't get to say that a lot, or I don't say it enough. And I want to just thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, I am definitely a little bit different, but I'm growing so much. Like, if you think you know me, then you don't, because I'm just growing so much. Like, being out on this journey of traveling is amazing. And the question I'm asking today is traveling addictive? And I'm not asking somebody asked me that. It's just something that I kind of woke up with, or maybe even went to sleep with last night. Was like, oh, this stuff is kind of addicting. It's like you're always kind of looking for the next place. Not that you're not satisfied where you are. It's the addiction is the traveling. And sometimes you got to think about, like, why buy that next ticket? Why am I needing to go? Am I addicted to this? And what is this, how does this addiction show up? What does this addiction look like, and is it even an addiction, or is it just something you love to do, and I also want to talk about today sometimes feeling lost when you travel kind of from back and forth and here and there. Sometimes you feel like a little lost, and it's not necessarily a bad feeling, but it is a feeling, and I don't think we always talk about that. And also, Patreon. So I did, if you are not a Patreon member, you might want to consider joining, because I did a very insightful video yesterday about my time that I spent in my time in the relationship that I had and in the Dominican Republic. And I was surprised. I mean, I wasn't surprised, but oh my God, like, it's, it always, yeah, kind of tickles me how honest that I am. And also, in telling my story, a lot of healing takes place, because sometimes I don't know that I'm going to say that thing. Not that I didn't want to say that thing, not that I had to get out that sun, because my iPhone, when it gets hot, it will shut off, okay? Not that I don't want to say that thing. I never know that thing is there until sometimes I turn on the camera and then stuff comes out. So if you're wanting to know about the video, you should go join my Patreon. There's going to be a lot more videos there. I love Patreon because I feel like it's a safer place for me in a sense. So I'm able to express, and a lot of healing is going on. I was sharing with Patreon, I believe, and my group that I'm healing tremendously. The healing has taken place. I am surrendering to the healing in ways that I was not able to do before. And this is what my conclusion, and there is really what conclusion, like there is, this is the end, this is the conclusion, and there is no more, and I'm done with this subject, and that's so not true. But something that I realized, I was asking myself, I was going through my relationships from the most recent relationship to all the ones in the past, right? And I was asking myself this question. The question was I in love? Was I in love with him? Was I in love with him? Was that love? Was I really in love? Was I in love with, like, every single person? And the conclusion was I couldn't have been in love with anybody else. And sorry, y'all, that's the Wi-Fi. Let me say, I concluded that how can you love from a broken place? If you are broken, like I was explaining to my group, I never, ever, ever got into any relationship where I was whole. If I go back to my earliest remembrance of a relationship, I was never whole. I was broken in every relation. I came in upset, angry, mad, unresolved issues, unresolved hurts, unresolved past hurts. I mean, that's what fibroid tumors represent on a metaphysical level, right? I never, not once. I can't blame the man that came in broken, because I was broken as well. So how could you say from a broken place, I love you, I loved him, when you didn't even really understand? You was broken. You was mad, you was angry, you was sad, you was hurt. And so it's not just the healing of my marriage. I mean, that's kind of like funny when I think about that, because it is the healing of my own self. It's the healing of the divorcing between my old self and my new self. It's not to blame. Nobody's to blame. Like, that's the part. What a wonderful conclusion. There's nobody in my life to blame. There's nobody in my life to say, but you did and you didn't treat me. And then I was broken. So I came in expecting nothing really. I definitely didn't expect anything to work because prior to that, nothing did. I didn't even understand who I was, what I wanted, where I could go, what I could do. Like, I didn't understand any of that. So I was broken. Like, I was, and I know it. So healing's beginning in that it's so nice not to date. Like, I'm not dating. I don't want to date. I'm not interested in dating. Because for the first time, it's not that I'm doing celibacy. Oh, but it's so hard. God dang, okay, I'll just get up at 4, I'll deny myself. It's not that fight anymore. It's the most natural thing that could happen is enjoying and loving and being with myself. I've never been here. Now, you're going to hear me say that a lot. I've never been here because the truth is I never have. So I'm loving on the idea that I know now that it was never anybody and it wasn't, and not to even make myself feel bad, not to make myself feel blamed, but I just wonder how many of us women have really, when you think about it, before you stepped into most of the relationships you've been in, at least the major ones, the ones you consider significant, whether they were positively significant or negatively significant, honestly, were you broken? Or better still, were you whole? Were you whole within? Because I think if you're whole within yourself and issues are resolved and you are just happy and joyful, they say the best time to have a relationship is when you're not looking for it, right? Because those are the better ones that come. That can you actually say I was whole and then really had a tumultuous relationship? Can you actually say that? See, and this phone getting hot and I got to move. Come on, Wi-Fi, work with me. Let me see, maybe it likes this way. I mean, can we actually say that if you're whole, you're going to attract somebody else's whole? I don't know. I think many of us are in pain. And so I was thinking my next intensive is called, I just saw it today. Somebody bought my intensive that starts, I know the website says September 29th, but I just want you to start the following Sunday, October 6th. And it said, releasing the pain to build your confidence. That maybe the lack of confidence that we have or that creeps up that we don't know, and then different things happen. We put ourselves in different situations to be like, oh, my confidence was off in that round. My confidence was off when that happened. Oh, well, I thought I had better confidence in that. I realize you don't. It's because there's so much pain attached to so much of your life. There's so much pain attached to so much of your life. And releasing the pain helps you build that confidence again. And there's a lot of confidence in saying that every relationship that I stepped in, I was broken. But it's interesting that most of the women that I know that try to get in a relationship after relationship after relationship after relationship, I mean, the ones I know, maybe none of y'all, this could not apply to anyone listening, but the ones I know, they're broken too. And they were like, oh my God, that. And I'm, okay, let me just give you a few examples of where I see it's, I really want that true love. Do you think he really likes me? Oh my God, I really like him, but you don't even know him. Oh my God, I think he's the one. Well, what makes him the one? What is he doing that shows he's the one? Oh my God, I don't really want to see the red flags. Okay, so then it's like, wait a second, no, wait, broken place alert. Like, no, it's not what it is, or it's my last chance. I want a man so bad, or goals. I really want that. When you're unhappy with the life you have and are willing to change it for the life that somebody else has, that might be a broken place too. That's something to look at. Now, I'm just saying, so I'm going to move on from the subject, but I see 20 people and 4 likes. So if you just forgot to hit that like button, please do. Again, I really mean it. It's like dialogue when you do that, because I can see that more than I can see the comments. The comments come on my screen for those that don't know, and then they just flash off. And then I'm talking, so it's hard to see. But when you give me the thumbs up, I go, oh, okay, someone else out there is not just, it's not just me. It's not just me. Everybody needs to know, like, it's like, I was broken in because the brokenness, a lot of times relationship brokenness doesn't come from necessarily your intimate relationships with a lover, The brokenness really came from a lot of times what you saw as a child, your parental in the the brokenness came a long time ago. I think even as black women, the brokenness can come from, again, I'm gonna say the word that I don't use a lot, but I think I've been using over the last few days. It could come from the colorism. It could come from society telling you not enough. It could come from a little girl being teased all the time about her looks. It could come from so many parts that make you feel like you're not worthy. Can you imagine that first time you went to school and somebody said, "You black like burnt toast. You midnight," and you thinking like, what is going on? Like, or you poor, or your hair is short or nappy, or your nose is too big, or whatever that is. I mean, brokenness is not necessarily I was jacked up from that man. Because a lot of men, when they get in a relationship with broken women, they're broken too, but they don't know it. They usually are, but maybe they know, maybe they're not. I don't know how it happens, but I know that they always be like, well, who messed you up? Like, what man messed you up? Sometimes it's your daddy not being there, that man. But sometimes it's the being a little black girl in a world that doesn't regard black girls as in high esteem. Sometimes it's just that. It's being, and particularly, like I said, I'm gonna go there again, being a chocolate girl in a society that doesn't feel that that's pretty. I mean, I see it everywhere. I see it in our conscious community. I see it on YouTube with who gets the views, who doesn't. It doesn't matter if you look a certain way. We as black people will accept you in a different way. It's almost like, think about, yeah, it's amazing, because I think that a lot of black women are broken from their own communities. We know where the hatred and self-hatred comes from, because I'm trying to get us to self-esteem, self-love. So we got to, what's the opposite of that is self-hatred, right? Versus self-love, and low self-esteem versus high self-esteem, right? So your own community doesn't big you up. Your own community doesn't look kindly on you. Even maybe your grandmother, maybe from the South or even different parts of the Caribbean, that called you names that wasn't very nice. Or, you got the picture that you're not desired, or the raps or the music or whatever it is, the internet, just it's all there. So your brokenness can come from various places. It's not necessarily I had a bad relationship. So because you had to have that first bad relationship means that you came in broken. So maybe where did that brokenness come from? True, a relationship, but not necessarily the instant one. Some of us are trying to heal from the relationship we're currently in or currently leaving, when in actuality the pain far extends generations before even your existence. So, I mean, it's something to look at, and it's something to be cognizant of. And that's why I hope that my channel brings you some type of upliftment and inspiration and joy and love, and also help us to understand our plights. I think that as black women, we have to start having more conversations around this idea of skin color, skin tone, and all those things without making somebody else feel bad. I think sometimes when dark-skinned women talk about their plight, we get kind of shut down, like, because somebody else will say, well, I'm light-skinned and we have issues too. Okay, but I'm talking about my issue. So hear me, and then let me hear yours, since I started the conversation. But it's the same thing. I understand that light-skinned women go through their own stuff too. So it's not a light against black. I think it's sisters sitting in a circle discussing their pain and being validated in that, whether it's one side or the other. But I mean, we would be lying to ourselves, I think, as black women of any complexion, if we don't truly understand that the darkest of us are discriminated against in most cultures, even in Asian culture. I mean, this is even in, like, you could take the whitest culture and they'll still find a way to discriminate. Then it's the ones with the blonde hair and the blue eyes. That's the superior Aryan race. Do you understand what I'm saying? That white is right is so ingrained in most people, because white supremacy, racism, white supremacy has such a great job in doing that. So can you imagine when you don't look like that? Or if you're really dark and you have to have like the features that just still make you look like you're not that African, whatever that means, right? So I'm just thinking about my little black girls, and I'm thinking about if we could stop that issue and stop sweeping that under the rug and start truly admitting that we have a problem, here in our society with colorism, with black features, whatever it is, and some people, you know what we're talking about when we say it. Of course, we're going to have little black girls turn into, young black women who don't like themselves and therefore get into relationships where the people doesn't like them either. Just something to think about. So I just wanted to put that on you. So seems like we're jumping off that subject, but it's something that I want to discuss because my intensive is coming up in a week from this Sunday coming, and I just wanted us to understand what the class was about. So I hope you come in. $97, 21 days. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, it is super hot right now. Like I'm burning up. Okay, let's see what we could do. You know what? I'd rather walk. Maybe we should walk. I want to walk. Should we walk? I don't know. We'll have to think. No, no, we're not gonna walk. Okay, a little shade. A little shade. Okay, so my next thing was I ain't get a lot of sleep last night. Y'all, I did mostly raw all day. All day I did raw. And then late at night I had this thing, patty pot. It's not a double, but it's a shishim. I'm saying it all wrong. A shishima, a shishu shima something. It's the chana and it's the most delicious for my Trinis. It's not the roti, it's the shima something. Tell me what that is, because that was delicious. I had no delicious, but I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep because I had so much energy. It was amazing. Oh, and my Patreon, I had an announcement for you for the next place that I'm traveling. So let's get into the next topic. It's a surprise. On Patreon, you're going to know first because I feel like you all helped me to get there. So your donations paid the trip and your donations or your membership. Also, Patreon, I'm so proud of you. Shout out. It took 2 months of your donations paid for the trip. It was a very inexpensive trip. It's another country, and they speak Spanish. And it also paid for the Airbnb, which was inexpensive because of the country that it probably is. Patreon. If you want to see me get around the world, join the Patreon. It really helps. And then you suggest countries I could actually go because I might have to, just join Patreon. It's just going to be dope. So let's get into is Traveling Addictive. It is. It is addictive to me, addictive for me. And I'm going to tell you what, I don't know too, it's so messed up. Like once you become a travel vlogger, even if you're not trying to be one, then is there pressure to continue to keep traveling so that you can keep being relevant? Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. We're going to keep doing this, but I don't think I feel as heavily pressured as some might because I don't have a million subscribers, even 1,000, or even 50,000. So I don't think I feel as pressured, but I can see how that could be a driving force for people to travel and they probably go broke, which nobody want to do that. But I was thinking that it is addictive, and I'll tell you why. You are so different after each, okay, I am so different after each traveling experience. I don't even know to the extent sometimes until I go home. I think I going home, you get it. So because you're so different, you've seen so much. Like I said, you're not just seeing from the two eyes, you're seeing messages, you're taking in messages in so many ways that it's changing who you are. You have to redefine your own self because the way yourself is based on where you were born, where you live, who you hang out with, and who agrees with your opinions, which becomes then facts for your community, right? In the world, you go, oh my God. Either a lot of these things were true in the great world, the global world. A lot of it is not. My experience was, or it was different when. So you got to understand, like, you're changing so much that when you finally go back, so-called home, first of all, where is home? How do you identify that anymore? Is your home anymore? Like these are questions that I think travelers have that they're asking themselves. And if they're not, they're gonna go crazy. I felt like I wanted to keep my place in North Carolina because it would help me establish a sense of home and a sense of groundedness. And so far, it's working. So I wanted to say that, like, so far. It is working. Like I do feel a sense of groundedness, a sense of home, totally and absolutely feel that. So I'm happy about that. You know what? Next time, for the next video on Facebook, I'm gonna get a chair and put it right under this tree. Okay. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that I have that, but the need to keep traveling. Like yesterday, I was listening to Spirit saying, what place next? What place next? What place next? Like I had to have this answer. And Spirit just kept saying, you already know. I was trying everywhere. I was like in Bali. I was like, Bali, let me see how inexpensive it is. Bali. So it was like, okay, come on now. You just trying to, that's the addictive part. Like, it's like any country will do. No, it won't. This is a spiritual mission. You are being guided, protected, and led. You must listen to the ancestors. Do not just pick a damn place. Okay, Spirit was like, girl. And I was like, okay. Okay, so then I just kind of let it go because I knew the Spirit was telling me something, but I wasn't quite listening. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to let it go. And when I let it go, the place came up just out of nowhere. And Spirit said, because that's where you've been saying you want to go. Go there. And that's how I decided. Another thing, y'all, get up about 1 o'clock in the morning, 1 to 2 in the morning, and go on for looking for some tickets. My sister told me this. Did y'all know this tip? Like, I didn't know. My sister told me this, that it depends on what time ticket. Oh, unbelievable, because she's right. It was 1 something in the morning, or it was like 1:20, 1:30 in the morning when I had this amazing deal. So definitely, if you are up on an average night, like a Thursday, going into Friday, go on at 1 and 2 in the morning. And, I like to go through Expedia because I can cancel in 24 hours and book in and get my stuff. And of course, same thing happens with the Airbnbs. Did not know that. I remember the place that I was going to get, but first I had to solidify. Okay, I'm getting ants. But first I had to solidify the airline, the airfare, or my ticket to fly. So it was $10 a night for this particular place, right? Within 15 minutes, as I went back and forth, it went from $10 to $13. This how fluctuates. Stay up, get that good deal, and lock it in. Airbnb, you think like, oh, I'm gonna wait and not take it. You know what? They don't be lying when they say book soon. For Airbnb especially, and it tells you how many other people are looking at it, that stuff is real. So I could have got a place for $10 a night. I had to pay $13 a night, and I'm staying for I think 6 nights. So that's $18 more overall that I could have saved. $18 matters in countries where $18 go a lot. So I'm just wanting to throw that tip out there too, because you live and you learn. But it's got to be spiritually led, or you're going to go broke, or you're going to go crazy, or you're going to be looking for something to satisfy something that if you're not on these places, I was going to say on these islands, because I've been on an island a lot, or in these countries. Some islands are countries. Most islands are, aren't they? Maybe they are. Not all, because not Sao Paulo, but anyway, it's part of a country. But if you are in these places and you're not there to be led, because when you're led, you gain more. You don't need a lot of time even in the places. You gain more because you're listening to spirit, because every place you choose is spiritually led. That's why, like I say, I still will say let nobody really is spiritually defined. You got to allow that or it won't be good. So yes, I mean, the reality is, can I travel once every month somewhere? Probably, if I put my mind to it. But do I don't know. Like, after I go home, I'm going to be home for a month, and it's November 1st, I'm going to be out again. But it's a short trip. It's only a week, and it's in another country. They speak Spanish. And I would love for you to guess. It's not what you're thinking. I don't know what you're thinking, though, but you can guess. Try to guess. With Patreon people, join the Patreon. You'll find out. Other than that, I'm going to hold this prize until I be leaving on the plane. So if you want to know sooner, let a sister know. Okay, start guessing. I would love for you to guess where I'm going in November. They speak Spanish, and it's another country, of course, because, yeah, it's another country. Feeling lost. Do I feel lost sometimes? Today I woke up and I felt lost. Today I was like, wow, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? I started thinking about things, and I hope maybe it's traveling. But one thing I thought about is how much I want to grow, and like, I want to educate myself more. And I don't mean going back to getting my master's degree or a PhD. That's great for people that do that. I mean really knowing something that I didn't know before. Like, I would love to learn how to edit videos, my own, like something like that, or learn more about business or online marketing, or I just want to learn something. I want to know something. I think that because that's that replacement for that sense of being lost and always out there, but what are you really gaining? And I think we all need a sense of, I gained something. We need that sense of tangibility. something that's tangible, tangibility. I hope that's a word. I hope that, I didn't make that one up. But we need that. And so I'm feeling that need to like up level, but know something. Like I'm really, when I get back that whole month of October, I'm really gonna be practicing my Spanish. I got a sister to offer to teach me online. I really got to do it because that would be that sense of accomplishment that I'm educating myself, that I'm really learning something. Not to say that traveling doesn't do that. I think traveling makes you more want that. Hold on, y'all. I don't want my tripod to be melting up in here. So, yeah, so yeah, y'all. That is my rambling for today. Ladies, I have my whole website, those master classes, those ancestor classes, all of the classes, $27. I would really like you to support me. If you could, go over there and buy. Also, my intensive that starts next Sunday, week from this Sunday, October 6th, it is the releasing the pain to build your confidence. And it is the Confidence Esteem Workshop, 27 days intensive, 21-day intensive. It's their powerful. I hope you can really be a donate. You can donate to my PayPal. You can donate. You can just join Patreon, get videos, and still have a monthly fee taken out, and that supports me. You can just straight cash at me. You can PayPal. If you have suggestions of a country you don't know, PayPal. All the folks that support me, when you're gonna hear why you're gonna hear about where I'm going next, and my plan is because it's because of you. When I looked and it's been 2 months, I never looked in and saw. I said, "Oh my God, I have it was the indebted to you," and says, but I'm indebted in a way that I want to look out and I want to make sure you get something special. And I want to thank you for that so much. So, and my people that donate to Cash App, you don't even know what you do for me. But my PayPal people too, like that extra $50, you don't even understand what that helps to pay for. Some things is real. My internet bill, or my, I don't know if everybody wants you to see your journey and they like what you bring in and they want to help. What a beautiful blessing. And I just want to share that with you and say that I want to say thank you. Damn, like thank you, y'all. Thank you. So today's an interesting day. I just feel very melancholy, but nah, that's kind of like, because I'm not sad. I'm just reflective. I'm going to go take my walk. I'm going to do a Facebook. I guess Facebook is going for the walk then, because I'm gonna walk around the corner, a little further down, and I would love for you to see it. Yes, the bell says that's what I need to be doing. All right, let me get these messages of love. Hey, Yapa, beautiful rising to you. Good morning, Shanika. Hey, Beverly. I think traveling is addictive. Yes, Beverly, yes, right? Monique says, good morning, Queen. I was just watching a video about stamps on the passport book. Yes, Queen. Oh, Monique says, good morning, everyone. Traveling can be addictive, but it also wears you out. I like to be able to travel and then go back home. Me too. So I can process what I've been through and what I've learned. Go ahead, Queen. I love it. You probably said that before I said that, huh? Hey, Nakia. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Monique. You're definitely on the 9 personal year path. That's right, Monique, of endings and completion. Oh, what a blessing to have so many revelations. And Monique is right. I'm on the 9 personal year path. Monique sent me some information, and clearly, yes, I am. And it's funny that my ex and I actually technically have been married 9 years before divorce became final. It's been 9 years since I've been back to Trinidad, and it was to come back, I think, and really release the brother that I'm staying with, that we were used to have something going, but we don't. We're just friends. He needed to get a lot off his chest. He had questions. He was left kind of hurt, and he needed to have that. We needed to have that completion. Let's see if I sit here, because I need to sit down. Okay. Let's see. And self-love that I now have came from the pain of the last breakup and the loss of my mother, working through all the expectations that went unmet before brought me here. Yes, Queen. Hey, Leopard in SC, South Carolina. Good morning, Lisa. It's Sheila. Love you, loving your hair up today. Again, great message you brought. Thank you, and thank you for that. And now I'm working this little infinity scarf from the Dollar Tree, because the only one I brought. Hey, Nakia, beautiful message this morning. Thank you. Realness, yes. Sexy Black. Hey, Strong Dan. Honest Try says, I was picked on for being dark skinned as a child. That's why your channel is so inspiring to see a beautiful black woman with confidence like yourself going through life with your head high. Thank you, Honest Try. And that makes me feel good to hear that. That's why your comments are so important. Thank you, sis. You're welcome, Honest. Joy said, good morning, Lisa Marie. I can see your shining heart even before you speak. When I see, I would be good because it's close by. It was close by, but actually I'm not. But okay, I'm gonna say I should tell you where I'm not going, but I'm gonna tell you no. But it's not. It's good. It's a good guess. Nakia says best time to get tickets. Yes, I didn't know. Hey, Halona. Halona is my hero. Halona is currently in Vietnam. She came from Thailand. Halona. How long have you been living abroad? Has it been 3 years now? And so, wonderful sister, editor, a writer, is the beautiful sister. Halona says, yes, I found buying airline tickets on Wednesday or Thursdays. Thank you. I didn't know between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. to be the best time. Thank you, Queen, because it was Thursday. I was on. It was all spiritually led. But I have to admit, I did roar most of the day, so my mind was open. That's why I think I'm feeling sensitive, too, because I'm feeling my feelings. Thank you, Halona. Good morning. Hey, Erica. Halona says, on Airbnb, if you stay longer than 3 months, thank you for that tip. Spain. No, but I could be interested in Spain, Tamu. Rica, definitely on the list, but no. Believe I heard you speak on Colombia over the years. Okay, y'all might be getting close, y'all might not be. Well, we getting there though. Monique says, "Wow, we're always on the right path for our souls' optimal growth. I love it. Been abroad 1.5 years. That's right. Been abroad for 1.5 years. Right. I think you said you thought you was gonna be in Thailand for 3 months, and then it was a year, right? That's dope. Hey, Sean. Good morning. I meant 3 weeks, not months, on Airbnb. Oh, yes. Right. If you stay 3 weeks or more, you do get a dope discount. Yes, oh my God. Cuba is coming. Cuba is coming. I got to figure it out, but Cuba is coming. Like, that's big on the list. So keep guessing. I won't say yay or nay, because one of y'all might have guessed it already, but I'm going to bluff. I'm going to be, with my poker face, I'm going to act like you didn't say it. So one of y'all might have said it. I don't really know, but we got to keep it a secret for a while. So, yes, though. But, the other thing, too, is this idea of the migrate. Like, do I want to live abroad? And Spirit said, well, are you asking a question that doesn't need to be answered right now? Because obviously you're not living abroad, and in your own way you are. I think for me, I'm just like, I do enjoy going back home. So Queen that said it, I kind of agree. I do enjoy going back home, but I don't know if that's always going to be the case. One day I might, but I want, if in our space, in this traveling space, conversations of traveling and the Black woman, is there pressure to live abroad? Is there pressure in our traveling spaces, travel groups, and travel blogs, and is it like the pressure that I should want to live in another country too? And Spirit said to me, it's all relative, isn't it? I was like, okay, Spirit, explain. It was like, so if you go away once a month and half of the month or more you're in another country, where do you live? It still goes back to that kind of lost thing, right? Who determines what living is? So it's a kind of a deep kind of situation when I think about, I'm traveling almost every month. And the only reason why I'm not traveling every month, I guess, is because I know I need like 3 weeks, sometimes 4 weeks to, like you said, process it all and then go back out there and be a better, and really be a better traveler. Because every travel trip, I am better. Just down getting the suitcase down, really what I need. Even this trip here, aspects of me. I'm really like, I love when I wrap my hair, because when I wrap my hair or cover my beads, it's more about covering my beads, not so much wrapping my hair. I get a different conversation. I get a different expression. I get a different way with people. When I have them beads out, that just screams foreigner to them. So, am I trying to perpetrate the fraud? No, I want to be a part of a culture, and I like that feeling. So, I don't know. You got to find your own rhythm, and even that will change. You got to find your own rhythm, and even that will change. It's your journey, and it's such an individual journey. And traveling is it's the ish. It's the ish because I don't feel like that my healing has been this rapid ever. Is it a coincidence that I'm traveling at this time? Is that just coincidence? It's not the traveling. It's the 52 years on Earth. It's the what is it? Only thing I could say is the traveling, because it takes you out of your daily, everyday routine. And let me tell you, you want to talk about burying yourself in untruths or not realizing what's going on inside of you on a mental, physical, or spiritual level. Routine can do that. Having to get it done can do that. Always figuring it out can do that. But when travel, it's like time stands still. Everything slows down, because especially solo travelers, guess what? It's still you. Travelers be going through it. If you suffer from depression, it change on some levels actually don't die. Some people, depression clears up. But I don't know if it's the place as much as it's you in the place. It's not the place. It's you in the place. Because you in the place is a different you. Because you're allowed to be that. Because you're just experiencing yourself. Just if somebody else that travels, tell me why. Question for my travel. Alona, everybody here travels on some level. What does it do for you when you travel? Why do you think when you travel you have an easier time dealing with your seeing yourself in a different way? Now maybe you don't. Maybe you travel and it's just as much work. Because a lot of people, will say that. Girl, I travel. I have so many people tell me, especially men, that travel with their wives and their children. They be like, "Girl, that was no vacation." Traveling really is acceleration in your healing or your self-actualizing. I would love to hear from you all, to hear from me, but I would love to hear from you. So yeah, I wouldn't treat it like. Sometimes I think, oh my God, 3 weeks, is that too long? And Spirit's like, no, just sit in it, because that's my need to escape. And I like when I make do 3 weeks and it does seem like, oh my God, this is a long time. I think I might want to be home. It's not really true that I want to be home, because as soon as I go, I'll be looking for another ticket. It's that it's like, oh my God, traveling is not just grand pictures. Oh my God, traveling is just not, what I did today and a bunch of pictures and showing you. Traveling is also sitting. Traveling is all. Got to make videos. Not that I got to. I love making videos, but because you know what, I need them to. I got classes. So in other words, I still got to work. I still gotta work. So I love my work, like what I'm going through, and also though what I went through and what I am accomplishing. It's beautiful. I wouldn't trade it. My question to me is, I keep saying like, I don't even know how I got here. I don't even know. Like, I don't remember this. Like, did I say I'm trying to run away? I did say that. I did, but it feels surreal even while it's happening. And if, it's not that you take the first trip, it's second and the third. They say, okay, I've traveled. I don't need to do that anymore. I don't think you can. I think you could say an addiction in the best way. You could say, hopefully it's a healthy addiction for most. I just don't want to be. I remember when I used to look at those videos. This was before I was traveling. I was probably married. And before I was married, dating the same person, and I would look at videos and I would hear women, very rare videos, but you would find those that say, "Oh my God, I'm back home, and I don't have anybody to relate to. I'm so different. People relate to me weirdly because I travel, and it's like I left, and who are you now?" And it was a sadness that I felt like we should have groups for people that travel abroad and they have to come back home, right? And I thought, wow, oh my God, like that's kind of like seems like the downside of traveling. So far, I haven't experienced it. Like when I go home, I feel like I can relate because I didn't really have anybody just to relate to probably anyway. Like I didn't really have friends, although that's changing because I got my vision board. My best friends is coming into my life right now. I just see they're already here. I'm just going to meet them in a minute. Like I already know this. But I do think I need that sense of home. And I do think that at this point, anything could change. And I do think I need that sense of going home. My girl is there. When I go home and I get to talk to Janae, who is my good friend, I do need that. Like, I sometimes call her off and be like, girl, I need some girl time. Where you at? At least once a week, come by. I need some girl time. Like, I'll be saying, like, I now say to my female relationship, I need some girl time. Like, I feel like traveling just makes me want to have a friendship or a partnership, not a relationship in that intimate way, with somebody that I could say, girl, because when I sit and talk to Janae on my couch, things that I didn't even say in the video, it's just something about being home, like you said, and being there and grounding yourself and being able to see what you've been through or what you experienced. It's a beautiful feeling. So I love y'all. Like I said, I ain't getting no sleep. I stayed up all, that's why I was up at the clock, but that was spirit. And my eyes was open. It was just a lot of contemplation. Plus, I had that little shishaminga thing that I don't even know the name. I like I said, I'm probably like the worst travel vlogger. I'll be like, you know that thing, Trinity, help me out, help me out. So yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna drink my smoothie, which I did. I'm gonna drink lots of water, and I'm gonna have watermelon. I bought a whole watermelon cut up into 6 pieces. I had one already in the fridge, which was 7 pieces. I ate 2, so I know I can eat 2 big pieces a day. I could really eat 3. So I'm gonna look for me another watermelon. Also, y'all, I'm getting together with my friend that's from here, Ariel. Never actually met her. We are going to the beach. We're going to the beach, and I'm taking you with me. We need to get to the water. I think that's what's missing. That I look sometimes. I say, God, divine, most high. Why you don't have me near the water? Why you have me near the water in the DR? You don't have me. Is that an answer, God? Like, why you don't have me near the water? Like, what's going on? You know, because I feel like the divine is picking the places. You know, why do you have me near the water then? And now I don't get to be near the water. And Spirit said, because you needed to be near the water then. Where you are now is good. So I'll go to the springs. We're gonna go to the beach, which is gonna be great. But I feel like I need to be near the water. And I gotta look. I don't even think my next trip might not necessarily be I'm near the water. So I gotta work that out. I don't know. Like maybe that's why I love the DR. Maybe just because I was near the water. Maybe it was nothing else. I don't know. It's hard to say. But I love Trinidad, and Trinidad has made me go deep. So if there is this idea of the movie that everybody, I mean, Eat, Love, Pray, or Must Eat, Love, Migrate, or they're all kind of taking from that kind of thing where each place is either our eat, our love, pray, or in her case, it's the ES, Eat, Love, Migrate. So if the love place, I don't know, was that my DR? Like, because I kind of go for love, didn't I, the second time? So maybe that was the love. I don't know, because it felt like it was. I went for love. This is clearly my eat. Like, I could talk about Trinity food. See, that yesterday with that patty thing. See, where you gotta get. Okay, ladies, you know we're going off on this thing, Wi-Fi. So let me just say, I was so like saying to the spirit, like, I want my next place to be my pray place. Where's my pray place? And spirit's like, it's all your pray place. But I was looking into Nepal. I was like, Nepal. I think I'm going to Nepal. Like, I was seriously gonna go to Nepal. It was real. I felt like it's this illusion. I have to fulfill this pray place. And the spirit told me it's all your pray place. But the next place is going to be really exciting. And I get to speak some Spanish. And I feel like I need that challenge, y'all. I do. I need that challenge. I need that different feeling like I need that. All right, so I'm going to go on Facebook, and we are going to take a walk on Facebook. But I promise that I'll take a walk with y'all tomorrow, okay? And Patreon people, please join Patreon. Please donate to my PayPal, my Cash App. Please join my classes or buy a class. Listen, for something, $27, you go buy a class for $27. I mean, just think about that. $27, you just supported me, and you get you a 2-hour course. Think about it that way. I appreciate it. All right, ladies, I think I'm just going to go walking right now. And let's get this together. We're going to go walking. I do want to take her some places. I do want to explore with y'all, but I've been on long enough, and I'm about to move from this Wi-Fi, so we're going to be on data. So anyway, I love you ladies, and I thank you so much. Oh, let me get my few comments. Yes, good morning, Sean Diallo. Hey, Queen, thank you for always your love and support. Yes, 3 weeks, not months in every bill. Yes, Cuba, Panama, hello, Lakeisha. Puerto Rico? No, not Puerto Rico. I don't know. I don't have a desire yet for Puerto Rico. My daughter wanted to go so bad. I don't know, because I know, maybe this sounds stupid. Do you know I could have did the study abroad program in Puerto Rico? And do you know why I picked DR? One of the reasons was because I felt like Puerto Rico was still in the U.S. And I felt like, oh my God, I hope I'm not a travel snob. I felt like, oh my God, I'm still in the U.S. No, even though But it's funny I say that because Sapelo Islands in the U.S. and I would like to challenge anybody to tell me go to Sapelo Island and tell me if you feel like you're in the U.S. That's another place and time. It ain't even in this world, and I mean that in a blessing way. All right, y'all. Let me get this little walk on while I'm at it, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace and many blessings. Thank you. I don't know. I can't see where to end this. Okay.